So thank you so much for coming. Thank you for presenting this beautiful film, Silent Friend, with us, and for working with us on the retrospective. It was difficult to pick some films because, well, everything is amazing, but some were impossible to get for now. But the good news is one of the films we talked about, which is City of Sadness, is being restored. So we will be able to show it later on. And you will have to come back, obviously. Because that's the goal. It's having you with City of Sadness. I wanted to start the conversation by asking a little bit about your choices that you make when you work, the choice that you make in selecting a script and working with directors. You worked with so many directors, but you had repeated work. Obviously, you started with John Woo, then you went to Wong Kar-wai, you had Hou Hsiao-hsien also. And I was wondering what made you click when you started working with John Woo that you would come back and repeat working with him. What happened when you, is it at the script or is it when you meet people? When do you select to make a film, starting from earlier in your career?
When I decide to take a project, I always think the director is the most important. The people are the most interesting. And if you have the same script, you give it to different directors, they will have different interpretation. So to me, I will concern about who is going to direct the film first. So I'll choose the director more than the script.
Do you have a dialogue then with the director about the script at that stage, or would you feel comfortable to discuss your own ideas when you start shooting? Or do you feel comfortable with the script that the director would give you, or do you want to input some of yourself?
Oh, that's very much depends. Sometimes when you work with some director, you can't even change a word. Like Wong Kar-wai. But to some directors, you can discuss with him. You can also improvise, or you can give some input to him and tell him about what you think about this character and what you want to, how you want to interpret it.
With Wong Kar-wai, you had a really, really long collaboration, very, very strong. There's obviously a big connection between both of you. But he still doesn't let you put some of yourself more in the film? Or you just can't touch the script, you can't touch the dialogue. Can you touch the movement? Or it directs you very precisely?
Sometimes he will give me very precise direction, but sometimes even he don't know what he wants. Then we work it out together. The last scene in Days of Being Wild, he just told me to do this, very precisely. But you can, as an actor, I can control the tempo and how to do it. But he will tell you, you have to do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in some other films like Infernal Affairs, then yeah, we don't have anything, and we try a different kind of approach, and then end up when we decide something, then we move on.
Do you feel a difference with working back in the time, like where everything was on film, on print, with camera, moving along where now like directors have digital capability and cameras, would change a lot of the process as an actor as well? Like someone who's very precise but shoot on film will not have the same capability as someone who's shooting on digital. So do you see a difference in the way you process?
Yeah, to me,
work?
I don't feel any difference.
Okay.
I don't feel.
Mostly for the director and the DP.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You don't let this affect you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's good to know. I'm sure we have like young filmmaker in the audience who are like taking notes. How will I work with him? What should I do? I wanted to go back a little bit at the early stage of your career, because you started very young in TV and making films and find a lot of success in Asia. But the moment you really broke through in Europe and the US was Chungking Express was the really big one. I think it's the first one I saw when I moved to New York in the cinema, and it was a moment where I felt really like I fell in love with the film and the way it was done, and that also allowed me to discover new faces in Asian cinema and new names, new talents, and after that, I followed like Wong and your career, and I wasn't the only one. I already like started working in cinema and programming, so I was just like, oh, what's coming up? What's coming up? You know, going to the New York Film Festival was really fun. But is it a moment where you realize that as you were becoming like really a mega star in cinema, that you could be more picky in what you were selecting, or that you noticed that people would write directly thinking of you? And did that change how you approach like selecting films or working with directors? Did that affect you at all? Like at level?
At the beginning of my acting career, I started my career in television, and I can't pick what I want. I don't have the right to choose. So I do all kinds of TV series, but I think that is good. That makes me more versatile, and I try different kind of TV series, and I think it's a very good training for me. I do comedy, I do action film, I do drama. I think I built a very solid foundation in television. I spent like almost 7 years in television, and of course in between, a lot of people asked me to do movies, but I said I'm not ready. I still need to refine my craft before I start my movie career. So, but it's very tough because at that time when you got popular, so everyone wants you to work for them. So series after series after series, and then we have to work like 16 to 18 hours every day.
You need some French Union in there.
But yeah, so it's tough, but it's to me is a good training. Mm.
And then you jump to really films like with famous director and really talented director. So did you push yourself the same way to make and make and make until you felt comfortable with your craft? Did you have time to reflect at that point, like in the 90s, or you're just like going with what seems interesting, or just the director is great, I want to do this, without, it's hard to take time for yourself as a human being as well when you work in that industry.
I'm not that picky at the very beginning. And
You have really good film from the very beginning.
But I'm very lucky, I'm extremely lucky to start my career at the golden age of movies in Hong Kong. So you have lots of chances, and I don't know. I don't calculate. I just pick what I feel like I want to do, because when I first start my movie career, I know nothing about all those directors. I don't know them. So after I work with them, if I think we click, then we will work again.
So can you talk a little bit about your encounter with Hou Hsiao-hsien? The first film you made was City of Sadness.
City of
together,
Sadness. That's the first time I was invited by a director from outside Hong Kong. Yeah. And I remember it was 1989, something like that. I'm not sure whether I'm still working in TV or not, but Hou Hsiao-hsien, it's really inspired me a lot. He introduced me to literature, and after I read the literature, I find it helps my acting. The way the literature describe emotion or situation or expression, I think it's much more sophisticated and more layers, and you have more space to imagine. So I start reading a lot of literature because of Hou Hsiao-hsien, and also by my counterparts, the actress. I think she is really great. And at that point, I doubt myself whether I know how to act or not. Because, the actress is so good, and you can't find any acting skill in her. She's just natural, but she's so powerful. And at that point, I told Hou Hsiao-hsien, I want to act like that with the knowledge I have, but I want to act like that. So I think that actress really inspired me a lot, and I try to go that way afterwards.
Do you remember preparing for that role? It's a difficult role. Not only it was the first time you work outside of Hong Kong, but the film politically is very interesting.
Yes.
You said he gave you some literature to read,
Right.
But it's also quite different from the other films you've made before. You mentioned working across the actress was a very different way. So how did you feel you could prepare in that role where your presence is incredible in the film, and I don't know why you think you are not ready, because, when we see the film, we don't, I never felt that. I felt you were perfect for that role, but yet I have to admit it's a difficult role to do, because the character.
Hou Hsiao-hsien gave me a lot of material to study, especially the history of Taiwan at that period of time, and a lot of Japanese literature. But somehow, after a week of shooting, I told Hou Hsiao-hsien, I said, I really don't know how to do this character. I don't know how to act. And he suddenly one day he brought me to meet one of his friend, who is also a mute, who also fell down from a tree, I don't know, and then he can't hear anymore. The reason why I play a mute in City of Sadness is because I cannot speak Mandarin at that time.
No one knows that.
So that's the reason why he set my character as a mute. And
It's because you play with your face so well.
oh no. And when I met that guy, I don't know whether he was too excited to meet us. So I just observe his action, his expression, body language, but somehow I forgot to adjust, not do it like every scene in this level. But that's what I think. I'm a little bit overact in that movie.
Okay, when we come
In some way.
Sure. When you come back, we'll watch it together, and you'll point us where you think you're overacting.
I watched the new version, the City of Sadness, like a year ago when it released in Taipei. I still have this kind of feelings that I should more conscious about when to be slower, when to be more silence, and when to be kind of adjusting the rhythm of that character.
Is it a feeling that you feel a lot if you rewatch some of your earlier film? Or is it just specific to that one?
All of my films. I hate watching my films because every time I watch it, I know where it's no good, and because audiences they don't know, because only I know.
You're fooling us. We don't know.
Yes, it's just true, and I think this keeps me moving forward, doing better. I always said, I can be better next time, I can be better next time. So I try to perfect my craft and look for perfection, but now, at this moment, I think I'm going on the wrong path. Because, one day when I messaged Idiko, and I said, Idiko, you know what? If I have a second chance, I can be better. And what she said? She said, she's not looking for perfection. And she said, film is about an act of truthfulness, not happening on the screen, but in the heart, in the guts of the spectator. And she said, you already did that. Why looking for perfection? So it was quite inspiring. I learned a lot from her when we are working on A Silent Friend.
Well, maybe she will make a sequel, it'll be like Silent Forest, and you'll talk to more trees. And you know, you won't look for perfection, but we will think it's perfect, you know, and so will the tree. But you give an amazing performance in that film too. I know the audience hasn't had a chance to watch it yet. Tomorrow is the first screening, but we could. Don't tell them not to come back because you're not good enough.
I thought it's already
No,
released in
no.
Lincoln. No?
No,
Oh,
okay.
wow. I think this is the movie that I spend a lot of time to prepare. I spent 6 months to prepare this role because I need to give a lecture in Germany, and I play a neuroscientist, and my field is early cognitive development. So you really have to study. You need to really understand. If not, it's very difficult to do the lecture scene because audiences will know whether you have that confidence in your eyes or not, whether you really understand what you are talking about or not. And besides studying all the neuroscience book, I still have to go to different universities in Hong Kong to find the real neuroscientists to do research. And we don't have a baby lab in Hong Kong, so it's not easy to experience that EEG thing. But I'm very lucky. I have a chance to experience that, and with the help of some doctors, at least I have one chance to know how to look at the movement of the graph and the EEG thing. Yeah, and after that, I haven't finished yet. After that, after neuroscience, I have to study plants. Plants' intelligence. To me, before this project, plants are just plants. But after you study how they function, how they share information with other plants, and how they react to the outside world, and you will have a very different perspective towards them. I have a very, very different perspective. Well, I used to jog on the top of the mountain every day. But suddenly, one day, I feel very weird because there's a lot of greens and trees, plants around me. And just feel very weird. I don't know why. Because of the knowledge you have, because you gradually believe they are not just living beings, but they are sentient beings. Some of them, some of them may have a soul, but I believe they have consciousness. So if you treat plants like this, then what about other living beings on this planet? So it changed my whole perspective towards the world. And it's so strange, and but it's really good.
Do you think the plants were judging your jogging? The plants were judging or you were running?
I think they know I'm there, but I don't know how they feel. So.
Do you feel connection with plants everywhere, or just there because you were very familiar?
I think there's a lot of hidden connections between we humans and all other living beings on Earth. I think we have some connections, but I don't know what.
Well, you know, because now you have a master in like plants' behavior.
No.
Well, you're finishing it for the next film by Dico.
No, I'm still reading.
You're still reading?
Yeah, science. I'm not a science person.
In German?
No, in English.
I'm disappointed. I thought you learned German as well.
No.
For the film.
It's really funny. You don't have to speak German to play a German film.
Or to understand plants, actually. You don't need the language. It's not the human language for the plants.
Yeah.
You do the gaze, and it works.
Yes.
I wanted to, what you said also about working with on City of Sadness, and you worked again with him in Flowers of Shanghai, which was also a very important film in your career. Even it's an ensemble film. It's a beautiful costume film, but it's also a film that has an incredible beauty to it, and it's amazing to rewatch. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about that experience working again with Hou Hsiao-hsien after like 10 years, and why, obviously you wanted to work with you again, and it's an amazing role. It's a role in which you really express all the emotions a lot with your face. But you have an amazing scene with a tantrum where you throw the table in one of the most quiet films you've ever made. You have this violent outburst, which is very memorable in this quiet and beauty. Can you talk a little bit about like working on that film, working again with Hou Hsiao-hsien, and what sort of new skills maybe you learned in that one? Any literature that came to mind?
Because we have a great time working together in City of Sadness, so suddenly one day Hou Hsiao-hsien called me and he said he wanted to do another film with me. And so he sent me the script, and it's supposed to be a Shanghainese language film. I said, I don't speak Shanghainese.
I know the language.
and so he said, it's okay. I set you as a Cantonese who moved there, so you don't have to speak very good Shanghainese. But in that film, Hou Hsiao-hsien seems to use a different kind of method to shoot that movie. He shoot from top to end one time, and then everybody think, it's done. And we went home, and after a few months, he said, you guys need to come back. We need to shoot it again from the very beginning. So the first time is just rehearsal. Because he feels people are, the actors are getting into the situation. It's getting into it. So he think he should do it again for the real shooter.
The entire film?
The entire film.
Did you feel you improved in the second time? Were you happy the first time?
I don't know. I don't mind because he might have his reason. So you feel like you already rehearsed one time, so you feel more comfortable and more relaxed in the shooting the second time.
I think it's a film in which he started changing a little bit the way he worked with his cinematographer, because we've been working together, and he probably let him a little freer starting on that film in terms of moving the camera, and I mean, the way the film is shot is due a lot to the work of the DP as well. Did you have a special connection with the cinematographer? Because not only you work with many times the same director, but many times with the same DP as well, including Mark Bing on Flowers of Shanghai. Do you think it's also maybe one of the reasons? It wasn't just the actor, it was also the way it was shot, that he wanted to redo everything?
No, I think it's because he think some actors are not really in their character, so so he wants to do it again, not because of some other reason.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm reading one of his book. That was he
The
mentioned.
secrets are out?
That's what he mentioned in that book.
I don't know, maybe it's a reason he wants people to believe. But you know, do you feel personally as an actor that you develop a connection with the cinematographer as well? Are you very much aware where the camera is, or you're being shot? Or do you just forget that it's there? It's a very different process for a lot of actors.
I'm quite aware of where the camera, but I used to work with this kind of awareness, but I can still act, and I really like Christopher Doyle. He's very sensitive, and sometimes when we are shooting Buenos Aires Affairs, sometimes a little gesture, maybe on my hand, he will suddenly turn the camera to my hand, and I really don't know how you can sense I'm moving my hand, because he's really focused on my face. Yes. At that time, I like him very much. He's really sensitive.
I mean, you worked with
EP.
him, like you worked with Chris Doyle and so many movies with
Yeah.
so many directors as well. But I think also coming from him, because he's worked with you before, he would know where to look and where to place the camera and where, because he will also develop a special connection to your style of acting and your style of expressing and conveying emotions. And so that's probably why it makes such magic when we watch the film, that it looks really like a great connection.
Yeah, and I think at that time, especially from Chongqing Express, we really had a dream team with William Cheung, our director, Christopher Doyle, yeah, a lot of other great actors, and Wong Kar-wai. I think that's the reason why I worked with him for 20 years.
Do you feel like seeking out directors and projects, or do you prefer it comes to you?
No, I never plan, and I never. Yeah, I just let things happen. If something comes up to me and I find it interesting, and then I would do it. And I try to fill out the director who I will work with, and see whether we can work together or not.
And when you receive something that you feel is written for you, does it appeal to you more, or do you prefer a challenge of something that maybe doesn't seem the perfect match?
I don't mind both, but not many directors will specifically write a character for me.
I find this hard to believe that not many are writing for you. I think Silent Friend was
Silent Friend is more like,
for you.
yeah, more like for me, and even Irigo even asked if she can use Tony as my name, and at the beginning there's not much information for this character, so I start to approach this character from the angle of a neuroscientist. I try to convince myself that I'm a neuroscientist, at the very beginning. So I started with neuroscientist. And after 6 months of my preparation, and I called Idiko and asked, what about the character? Do you want me to work on his personality or anything about the character? And she said, no, I just need you to be there. And I said, yeah, okay, yeah, maybe she wants something authentic. She don't wants me to try to act. She wants me to go there and feel out the story or the scene. I don't know.
I love that she said no personality, just be there. It seems like a choice in your film where you played a lot of what we call good guys, good characters. You play few villains, but they're quite memorable. But you also have a lot of roles that are like double, where you switch. It's not just Infernal Affairs where you play, the double cop, but it seems that something that would be appealing to you to have a multifaceted duality character, someone that switch, like good, bad very quickly. And I think it's sort of the trait that we find in watching your film.
Yeah, I really want to try different kinds of characters, but most director wants me to be a good guy. And so that's why I don't have much chance to play a bad guy.
No, you have some very good villains.
Just like with Johnny Toe, and Last Caution, yeah, but not.
Mr. Cho, a little bit on the fence.
Yeah, the Marvel one a little bit, but not really.
See, it's coming. I mean, Chang-Si, maybe. It's more like the duality, where you switch from good to bad, and you do it in a way that's very you, because the way you use your face and the gaze, when you switch, it's quite marking. I think as an audience member, when you rewatch your film, you will pay attention.
Yeah, but I don't watch myself.
When somebody else make comments for more sequels. So you say that you are not really let things happen to you, but it comes to you. But you're still very much doing a lot of things. You're still making a lot of movies. Not everything will come at the same time. As I mentioned, Silent Friend is opening on Friday. We haven't seen it yet. Well, we have, but not everyone. So do you feel like it's something that's satisfying for you as an actor, or do you have the urge to maybe create, or maybe write, or direct, or produce something either for you, for other people?
No, at this stage, I just enjoy acting. I just enjoy to be an actor, and at this stage, I'm not looking for anything. I just enjoy acting, not looking for anything in return, not trying to achieve anything. But if I can help, if I can, just like Idiko, if I can make her dreams come true, then I will be very happy. And with my presence, I think this makes me very happy.
That's very nice to hear, because you're making everyone very happy. We've been trying for a long time to get you here, so I'm glad it worked out. You've been traveling with Idilko and Silent Friend in many different countries. Do you feel there's a different reaction with different audiences, either in Europe or in Asia? I think mostly because the way the nature and the trees are portrayed, or do you think people just resonate with the film either way, in a similar way?
We are quite well received in Europe and in Hong Kong too, and in China, because I think every country there's a group of people who love art house movies, especially Europe, and we receive very well in Taiwan too. But Korean is a little bit strange, and it seems like they don't get that kind of humor inside the film. When me and Idiko watch it in Busan International Film Festival, I don't know why, but because there's a lot of sense of humor inside a movie. And yeah, I don't know, but most of my friends who have watched this movie, they love it very much. It's very different from what I've done before, and a very special theme, a very special movie, a very special topic.
I think we'll have the opportunity to talk about this film more when you come back with the Dilko, but when I was curious, and I'm going to ask now, but it's shot in 3 pieces and with different casts and different camera as well. Was it shot like separately, or were you able to watch the other parts when we were filmed?
No, we shoot separately, and yeah, there's no connection between the other two stories, so we never have a chance to meet each other.
You met after?
Yeah, met after.
Did you meet Léa Seydoux? Did you meet Léa?
Oh yeah, of course. Although all our scenes are
you're never together.
Yeah, we are in a Zoom meeting, but actually we are in the same area, but in different room. So we rehearse, we rehearse, and then after rehearsal we go back to our own room. So we do it real time. So actually we do. She was there when we are shooting.
In your career, I think there's all these great directors and collaboration with DP that we've talked about, and of course working with the Dilko. So now it's going to open up like so many different opportunities for you, if you want.
I start working out with directors outside Hong Kong in the 80s, and I work with Tran and Hong too.
Yeah, it's a great film. We did show Cyclo. It was really nice.
Learning Vietnam is horrible.
But he works in France now, so you're safe.
Yeah, I met him last year. Okay. I met him last year when I was in Paris.
But is there anyone else that you think could be a good match for your sort of films you want to make?
With him?
Not necessarily, but
I don't know.
You don't want to jinx it.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to think of something like that. What kind of character I want to do and what type of movies I want to make, because it won't happen. It will have impermanence. Even if you try very hard to do something, it might not happen. 90%.
I don't know. I mean, we've been praying for 10 years for you to come, and it happened. So you never know. I do have a question about Infernal Affairs. I assume you've seen The Departed?
Yes.
Oh. I really like both versions. I love Infernal Affairs. I like I wouldn't say the simplicity of it, but it's a little more like straight to the point. The Departed has added layers, but it's very funny to watch both set of actors playing each other in both films. And do you have any like feelings about The Departed when you watched it, or the way it's developed, further developed?
Yeah, to me, it's although came from the same idea, but very, very different interpretation. Reminds me of Chinese painting. We always have something called 老白.
And actually, what you do is that with the brushstroke, what you're looking at is actually what is left blank, white.
And to me, the one in Hollywood is with more details, and everything it's very well written, and you know all the details, and the Chinese one it's different. It's just have a lot of space for you to imagine.
But there's a sadness in Infernal Affairs that I don't find in The Departed. There's a melancholy that's inherent to the character that's very you as well.
Yeah, maybe because of me. So.
No.
I always have this kind of impression for the audiences.
I love the film. I was extremely sad when they killed you. No, I'm sure everyone else was. And then there's a sequel. I'm like, what's the point? And then there's another sequel. I'm like, Back from the Dead, which made a lot of people happy. So you should probably think about another one.
No, that one is good enough. One is good enough. I remember I have a lot of input in that character, and somehow when we are shooting Infernal Affairs 1, I change all my dialogues. Especially those on the rooftop, because sometimes when you are in the character, you know you won't say something like this. So I change all my character, all my lines, and on the next day, when I go to shooting, I told the director, I change all my lines, and shall we just do one rehearsal to see whether how you think is it okay, or it doesn't make sense, and it's okay, I can go back to the original. And somehow they love it. They love it. And at the very end, I changed the ending too. At first,
You mean you were not dying?
No, because at first they want some action at the ending, and I said there's no way to do any action.
You mean in the elevator scene?
No,
Or
on the
roof?
rooftop,
Okay.
on the last scene, before I got shot. I said, no action. And they said they already did some footage and how to do the action. I said, I'm not going to do the action. And let's get down and try to figure out what dialogues we should do. We should do something. It's a drama. It's not an action ending. Should be a dramatic ending.
Yeah, you wanted realism in the story.
Yes. So that's the only one I change a lot.
You had to revenge on Wong Kar-wai not letting you change.
Yes.
But also it shows that you also could do some more than acting. You could also write or direct or do more whenever you feel you want to stretch your wings.
I don't know. I just believe sometimes the directors need to take care of so many things, and sometimes I'm more because I just need to focus on my character. So sometimes maybe I'm more I have a more deeper understanding of this character. So yeah, that's why I do this to him.
Well, thank you so much for talking about all the relationship you have with movie and with cinema, and for talking about how much you enjoy being an actor. It's actually very beautiful to hear that. I always hear people are like, oh, I'd like more of this or more of that, and you seem perfectly content and happy with yourself and what you are showing us, actually. So thank you for making everyone happy. We're happy together. I made you talk for a very long time, so now you are free. You're free to fly away, but you will be back for Silent Friend with Idilco.
Yes, I will be back. Yeah, with Idilco for the Q&A.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I know, but it was really great to have you here to talk also about your body of work and all the great films you've been making.
Yeah. I think the kind of sadness in my eyes is because of my difficult childhood, very unhappy childhood. Yep. So that's why I isolated myself with other classmates because of my family. I don't want to talk anything about my family. So I start isolated from people and try very hard to not showing any feelings or emotions in front of others. So there's a lot of emotions and different kind of feelings inside. But one day when I start learning to act, I find a way to express all those feelings without being shy, because they don't know it's me. They thought I'm acting for a character. So I think that kind of sadness is coming from my childhood.
Well, it's very lovely that you were able to share this with us, and I will remember this. So thank you so much for telling us.
Thank you for coming. Nice to have you guys here tonight, and I hope you enjoy my new movie with Idilco, a very special one. And hope to see you guys very soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.